Hello and welcome to the Powerboost meditation. Today, let us experiment with the theme Detach, Observe, and Play. Detach, observe, and play. Generally, when we are on the field of action, we are playing our role. We are enacting our parts. But when the part becomes a reaction, it is generally preceded with attachment to the role and absorption of the scene in the story. So when I'm attached to the role, I don't observe the scene from a neutral perspective. Rather, I have absorbed myself in the scene. And then that absorption leads to reaction. And through the practice of meditation and spirituality, we're really learning how to detach, observe, and then play our part. Detachment from the role, detachment from the task, detachment from the mask, detachment from the responsibilities. And I'm completely detached from the role that I'm playing. And once I've detached myself, as if I'm not taking anything personally, I've allowed myself to be completely separate from the story that is happening around me. Then the second step, I easily then observe. I observe the scene. I observe the play of life from a neutral perspective. I'm naturally unbiased. I don't take sides. I'm easily able to see the part of every soul that is involved in the scene. I'm able to see the different perspectives that different souls have. I'm able to appreciate the qualities within every soul. I'm also able to acknowledge the capacities of every soul, the background of every soul. And when I have observed the scene from a neutral perspective, then naturally the right thought at the right time emerges. And then when I play my part based on that thought, then there is no reaction. I have not created a karmic account in the story. So I detach, observe, and play. So this is really integrating soul consciousness in my actions. The default mode in role consciousness is just the opposite. It's to attach, to absorb, and react. So I get attached to the role. I'm always thinking about the role that I'm playing, how to glorify, how to make the task better. And in the process, I am completely lost the larger perspective. I have just too absorbed in the detail that then I often tend to then react. So detached from the role, observe the scene, the play of life, and then act accordingly. And through this process, when I have detached myself from the role and I observe, then I'm also able to acknowledge the presence of the divine, because the divine is beyond the story. When I have taken myself beyond the the story, I'm easily able to connect to the divine and absorb his presence, absorb his powers. And then when the soul comes into action, comes into sound, comes into the play, then the actions reflect the divine presence. The actions reflect the divine powers. So let us take a few moments and experience, detach, observe, and play. So as we sit relaxed, comfortable, at ease, we realize that there are two distinct existence. One is on the role level, the role that is being enacted. The role has a name. The role has a task associated with it, responsibilities. There is this complete story around the role. And the other existence is the existence, the presence of the actor that is enacting the role, the actor that is wearing the mask of the role. And so I realize that the world of the role belongs to the story. This role world is temporary, can end any moment. And I realize that the reality lies in the soul world. Let me take a moment to detach. With this realization, I, the soul, a pure being of light, an actor, I animate this role. As I detach myself, I gently shift my attention to the presence of this beautiful being of light inside the soul. The soul, the being that belongs to the divine, the being that is completely pure and noble. I come into the presence of the energy of this being as I observe the story world, the role world from a distance. I can see the larger perspective. I appreciate every soul without their role. I appreciate every soul without judging their role. My attention just naturally goes to the presence of this eternal being. So I naturally observe the play of life. I detach, I observe. And in this realization, I'm naturally pulled towards the divine, being who is completely detached and who always, constantly observes, the one who stays in the unlimited, the one who sees the beauty within every being, the one who stays untouched from any thought of the story, the one who is truth. I come into the presence of this eternal, most benevolent being, the divine. I absorb the presence of the divine. Having completely let go of the story, absorbing the presence of the divine. In my world of light, in my world of silence, in my world of truth, this is where the reality exists. Everything else is temporary. I stay here, experiencing the beautiful presence of the source. In this silent love, my truth emerges. I'm able to be myself. And now, very gently, as I prepare myself to return back to the story, I naturally carry within myself pure presence of the divine, which reflects in my actions, in the part that I play. I play my part. having filled myself with the powers of the divine. I detach, observe, and play. Om Shanti. Thank you.